So, Prelims 2024, and we are here to discuss about science and technology. And as per UPSC syllabus, it is called general science, right? But if you look at the question paper, then things are quite different. Normally, I say that general science, what we perceive it like biology, physics, and chemistry. So that is what we call it general science. But then the question which are coming in UPSC examination are not coming from this area, right? You hardly find any question from chemistry. In last 10 years, you will find one or two questions from chemistry. And that is not chemistry even, that is applied chemistry, right? Then you will hardly find any question from physics. In last 10 years, they might have asked 3 to 4 questions in physics. In biology, you will find some question, and after COVID, immunity, virus, vaccines, that become the important area. So it has also got some kind of background, right? So biology, physics, chemistry, it's all fine. It's good for basic concept, but the questions are not coming from there. UPSC is asking invariably around 12 to 15 questions, right? The 12 to 15 questions are coming from general science area. But what general science is exactly? It's main topics, mains topic. So mains topic is, let's say, biotech, questions are coming from there. Nanotech, questions are coming from there. Then space tech, questions are coming from there. Information technology and computers, you can see questions from there. So these are the area which has been mentioned in mains coverage, right? I'm not considering robotics because robotics is more or less like mains topic, not for the prelims. But biotech, nanotech, space tech, IT and computers, these are the chapters which has been mentioned into the main syllabus, and questions are majorly coming from this area. You can add few more things like, let's say, defense technology, right, and nuclear technology. So these two technology has not been mentioned in science and tech syllabus, nowhere, but you can see questions are coming from these areas, right? So this is something which is being suggested by UPSC without explaining that what they're going to ask. That is why we always say in UPSC examination, it's always said that you will get to know about the syllabus only when you look into the question paper, past year question paper. I mean, nothing makes sense except you look into the past year question paper. And once you look into the past year question paper, you will find these areas are very important, right? So let's forget this, because this is a time when we have to focus on those areas from where the questions can come in. Although basic biology, basic physics, basic chemistry, that is required, and that is why we start our preparation with NCERT, right? So when you read NCERT 9th and 10th, you get the enough knowledge about the basic concepts of all these three areas, right? And it doesn't mean that NCERT reading means that you need to read each and everything into the NCERT. It's just like, some concepts, principles, theory, examples, which is, there in our daily life, right? Not like that we have studied in 9th and 10th class. No numerical, no formula, no equation, no balancing of equation, no calculation, just text and its connection with daily life. That's it. But here, it's very important. Mains syllabus, 4 chapters and 2 additional chapters. Today, we'll try to cover these two areas, biotech and nanotech, some important aspect, because we have to cover the current development as well as fundamentals. One more thing that kind of question the UPSC ask. For that, you need to look into the question. Sometimes we consider that current affair is the only thing that we should cover. But if you carefully look into the question paper, they are not asking any question from news, right? So current affair has got 2 things, right? Current affair has got like one news element, the face value of the current affair. Another is the background, the fundamentals. I'll give you one example, right? In 2020-21, in Union Budget of India, there was something called NMQTA, National Mission on Quantum Technology and Application. National Mission on Quantum Technology and Application. After that, you know that India became 7th country to start NQM, National Quantum Mission, right? So things started in 2020-21 when National Mission on Quantum Technology and Application was rolled out, and there was money has been allocated. We'll talk about that. And after that, National Quantum Mission was initiated by India with one of the target to develop quantum computer in next 5 years to 8 years time span, right? So this is what? This is news. But what they asked, UPSC asked simple question, and the UPSC asked question that what is qubit? You get my point? What is qubit? So now, no matter how deeply you go into NMQTA and NQM, you will never get to know about qubit unless you talk about the fundamentals of quantum computers. You get my point? So this NMQTA, let's say, or NQM has, has given some of the keywords like quantum computer, quantum sensing and quantum metrology, quantum encryption, quantum communication, and then there is quantum material and quantum device. Now we have to explore all these topics. You get my point? It's just a keyword which has been given, because in NQM, government is saying that we are going to talk about 4 verticals in quantum technology. One is quantum computer, another is quantum communication, quantum encryption, another is quantum metrology and sensing, quantum device and material. So we need to get into that. And then they ask one question of quantum computer, that what is qubit? Like in digital computer, we have bits, here we have qubits. But then it's the start of the thing, right? First time UPSC asked any question from quantum computer or quantum related question, which is directly relating with the quantum computer, right? But that's the start. Now lots many things would come up. Now if you, obviously this is important news, we have to talk about this because some question can come directly from this also. But if you look into the 12 question, you will find out of 12 question, only 1 or 2 questions are being asked from plans and policy, by naming plans and policy. 10 questions are coming from where? Fundamental knowledge, context of the current. The current has got 2 things. So if we talk about current affairs, that's the biggest thing in UPSC preparation, right? So from my view, current has got 2 elements. One is news and another is context of that. And context means the fundamental part, right? Fundamentals, right? News has memory and recall value. You know it. If you are reading, you will get it. And that is why if you look into the entire material market of UPSC, you will always find now they have also changed the way. They are mentioning a news, and then after the news, they are also explaining the fundamentals of it, right? You got my point? So for that, you have to take some clue. Anyway, so from my point of view, that is what we have to follow. Fundamentals are very important. News are indicative. They indicate and they say that, okay, this things has been important. Let's say in biotechnology, if we talk about DMH11 is very important right now, because lots of things are happening in the Supreme Court. Case and PIL has been filed. Government has to say something else. Environmentalist has to say something else, right? And court is trying to create a balance. So there is a lot of dialogue going on. And then we need to understand that what stand should India have on GM crop? And then example is DMH11. Now, DMH11, I mean, that's a news, but then concepts are there, right?